Today's episode will simultaneously be translated into Braille and Sign Language while I speak for your listening pleasure. Good morning, Night Vale. Oh, citizens, do I have some gossip for you today. Laura Leroy, out on the edge of town, says that the other night a huge tent appeared near her home. It covered several blocks with a few of her neighbors' houses within its dark folds. Laura thought it was just another roaming red lobster, ready to devour all in its path and move on. But she talked to a few other people on the edge of town, and oh, you're never going to believe this, listeners. It's going to be a sports bar with real alcoholic beverages. You all know that Spencer's Bar in Old Town only serves apple juice, that strange black sludge we all love and regret. Oh, Spencer's not going to be happy to hear about this. In either days or months or years, the tent will dissolve, leaving behind a new bar. And if we're lucky, it'll even have entrances. Intern Roxy says she plans on spending large quantities of her time there regardless. And hey, maybe I'll ask that gorgeous scientist to go with me. Thank you, Laura, for that interesting piece of gossip. You've earned another stamp on your nosy neighbor card. Collect 4 and be carted away by the Sheriff's Secret Police for an interview. Now, let's have a look at today's horoscopes. Leo, you have something on your body. I know you know it's there. It's been growing for a couple of weeks now. You've ignored it thus far, but you can't ignore it forever. There's nothing you can do about it. You're doomed. Virgo, your friends have made fun of you in the past for your odd gardening habits. But don't worry, I see a new chainsaw in your future, and I know you're going to use it well. Libra, your lucky number today is 8. Your lucky color is salmon pink, and your lucky disability is blindness. Scorpio,
make hard terror noises.
Sagittarius, your continued practice in the dark arts will garner some unwanted side effects this month. Be wary of blood spots, seeping eyeballs, and unconstitutional rights for livestock. Capricorn, look into the mirror. There's a murderer in there staring back at you. Don't let them out. Aquarius, all the answers you seek are in the dark water. You can't see them, but trust me. Just jump. Pisces. Pisces. Good things are coming your way, and a couple of bad things too, which means this is going to be just an average week for you. Take courage in the fact that things are getting worse, but at a slower rate. Aries. What you want is for people to see who you really are. I recommend you peel away those layers of flesh and muscle that are hiding your true soul. Be what you are really meant to be, a pure being of ethereal mass. Taurus, what do you call someone who's about to be in a horrible accident involving a cliffside? That depends. What's your name again? Gemini, you're going to be a part of something really grand. I hope you have a
Boss.
Cancer, you're born to be a follower. Do not try to defy your destiny, or it will start to defy you. Have any of you seen the community board in the waterfront area? The one that will randomly go green on days that end with Y? Well, last week my friend Rylan Weber and I came across the sign during our semi-annual trip to the docks. I normally don't pay attention to the board, but I found a most interesting flyer for a speed dating event hosted by the mysterious hooded figures. Don't ask me how I knew what the flyer was for, since it was written in a high-pitched whistling noise. Personally, I'm still trying to get the number of the new scientist, but Rylan was very excited to try it out, and I couldn't tell him no. I'm pretty sure if he went alone, I'd never see him again, which would have been such a bummer. So the next day we headed to the Despondent Orifice coffee shop in Old Town Nightvale. Quick aside, listeners, if you're going to wear makeup to this event, make sure you apply it before your daily hour of weeping. Poor Ryland forgot, and by the time we got to the place, he looked like a dripping mess. Anyway, we were greeted at the door by a hooded figure that openly kidnaps old people where we just stand and watch, letting it go with no resistance. It took our coats and sat us down near a group of nervous-looking individuals, a group of well-dressed individuals with deer masks, and a German shepherd. The process was really quick. I was placed in a dark room full of breathable liquid, left to float while they picked out my first probable match. After a few minutes, a man slipped into the water with me. It was impossible to speak to him, since we were kinda underwater, but I conveyed to him through a series of shrugs and interpretive dance moves that I was not really looking for a date, just supporting a friend. He replied that he was just waiting for the chance to talk to the dog. The next few dates I was paired with was a disaster. The man in the deer mask was H2O intolerant, and the next woman had no fashion sense. And finally, the German shepherd just made my room smell like wet dog. I have to admit, Night Vale, my heart just wasn't into it. But that doesn't mean you won't have fun if you don't try. Ryland has a second date with the German shepherd whose name I finally found out was Scruff, and that she's a lawyer at the local law firm. Good for her! Today's episode was brought to you by the feeling of dread you get after you've missed more than 5 calls from your mother. Gosh, that is like the worst feeling ever. Citizens, I've got a report here on my desk that I feel like I need to address. Recently, it's come to the attention of our esteemed city council that there are a number of you who have Twitter accounts. Really, Night Vale? Have we come so low that we need to tweet our thoughts to hundreds of random strangers instead of talking to one another? Seriously, these are embarrassing. Here's one from Betsy Roll that reads, I can see a face in the basement, staring at the camera. I'm working alone tonight. Hashtag WTF. And another from Bard_of_blood that reads, I've been lost in the desert for 3 days. I can hear the wolves, but they're always just out of my line of sight. Hashtag Tijuana Flats. Night Vale, what has happened to our old traditions? Are we just going to sit on the wayside and let technology come in and abolish the systems that have kept us content, safe, and unaware of real-time events for so long? Well, I say no, Night Vale. Throw away your phones, curl under your pillows, sobbing loudly, and forget this bird-themed social media website ever existed. If you have an opinion and you want to give on the topic, tweet me at CeciliaPalmer@twitter.com. Before we open our lines up, let's have a quick look at today's forecast.
I am an island. No man is an island but me. I reach out my leaves and skillfully touch them to see. I ship out a boat made of hope on the waves and watch as it slips below. I am an island that nobody knows. I am an island. No man is an island, but I'm not a man. I was raised by an ocean of creatures and brands. I am an island. I give what I can love. I am an island. The fruits and the flowers that bloom on my skin. I am an island. But when loneliness knocks, she lets herself in. Islands don't sink. The water just rises around us. Just think someone out there is watching the stars, but they're not the same as ours. Some say they're already dead, and the light's only on in your head. I'm an island. No man is an island but me. I warm on my sandbound, I'm not fan. I'm an island. just want somebody to touch us. Just 'cause we are distant doesn't mean we are lost. We are where we are, and we're never a visitor docks. And is stranded, it means we are not. You and I have something in common. I will try to share my island. You and I are sinking in tandem, miles apart in every direction. You and I are treading this road. All of us are doomed for certain. You and I are on our own. Maybe we'll wash up on solid ground. You and I are islands. 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 Islands of fate. Lately I feel the tide shifting. They're bringing us closer together to stay. The waters are rippling. A new world is taking its shape. And tonight our Pangea awaits.
Well, that's what we're looking at today, Night Vale. I'm now going to accept calls from you, citizens, and I want you to describe me your worst nightmares, so that I may dismiss your fears as simple clues to the unpredictable future. If you want to call in, go to your car and whisper your name into the left rearview mirror. Be quick, while your dreams are still freshly imprinted on your mind. Today we have Esperanza Isabella, the youngest cheerleader to survive the initiation trials. Hello, Esperanza Isabella.
Hi, Cecilia. This is so exciting. You guys never answer my calls.
How sweet. We've been purposely ignoring you. Go ahead with your dreams.
Well, last night I was in a forest, which is like totally weird. I have never seen a forest before, or a tree, for that matter. But like, get this. There was a path in the forest, so I followed it, but then I got that really weird feeling. You know the one, where you're not sure if you left everyone, or like, if there was someone following you. So I turned around, and there was a man at the end of the path, and I was like so freaking out, because what if he was trying to sell me something? So I started running away, but suddenly, all the lights went out, and it was so dark. Darker than a starless night, darker than a meat moss in the basement fridge.
That sounds like a wonderful dream, Esperanza Isabella. And if you look at all the signs together, the message is clear. If you go out today, you're going to find $5.32 on the ground. You're going to use the money to buy a lamp you find at a garage sale, which will inevitably cause your demise.
Oh, cool! I'm gonna come into some money.
No, did you not hear the rest of what I just said?
Thanks, Cecilia.
Girl, what did I just... Loud pushing noise. Ugh. Oh, the nerve of teenagers today. Well, I suppose she'll figure it out eventually. Dearest listeners, your fate is what you make of it. I got my fate from the council last week, and I made it into a beautiful swan. With feathers and everything. I'm kind of proud of it. Have a great day, Night Vale.
Good Morning Night Vale is a paradox of Welcome to Night Vale and is not affiliated with the show. Good Morning Night Vale is written by Caitlin Jernigan and voiced by Laura Tempach. Today's forecast was I Am an Island by Feeny C. Find out more at feenyc.tumblr.com. If you like what we do here and would like to give us a message, please email us at goodmorningnightVale@yahoo.com. Today's proverb: a journey of 1,000 miles is a really freaking long journey. Where are you even going?